Hello, welcome back to the Villa View. Aston Villa 0, West Ham 0. Let's hear what the fans have got to say. We've just been saying off camera while Rollo took an age to get ready that frustration is the word. So just talk about what frustrated you.
Well, I think the main thing, obviously, I think the fact that they had a man sent off has probably skewed our opinion a little bit of that game. I think had the man not got sent off, I think we might have been happier with the 0-0. Yeah. But I think it almost threw us. We had two right backs on the field for a long period of that game, and I think it tactically kind of threw us off our stride. We almost didn't know how to react to being a man up, and West Ham were finding all sorts of space.
You're always very happy. You got a smile on your face now, but I feel like you're disappointed by that.
Yeah, in terms of the way we come out, second half especially, we kind of wasn't on it. But I think the performance was there personally, but I think the type of passing we did wasn't correct, and especially the subs as well, like you were picking up on earlier. The subs were very strange. Personally, I would have probably put Connor on or Lansbury just to add a little bit of flair into that midfield, because I think it was just very too defensive personally.
Very frustrating evening. I think the only consolace is I probably would have took a point at the start of the game, but we just looked lost in possession. I think that's the tale of today, when we had the ball, either way to pass or too many touches, and it cost us 3 points.
The sub was bizarre, but you can guarantee who's not going to be unsubbed. And I'm sorry I'm going to say, but McGinn and Jack, they were blown at the end. Like, you can take them off. Like, I think the crowd will go and boo, but if you've got to sacrifice to bring Connor on, that's what you got to do. But it'll be a brave man if you're going to sub McGinn and Jack off. Because, I know Jack's the captain, but if he's having a bad game, you can sub them. You're not going to get in trouble. And at least we should have went for it. I think the subs were bizarre, but I thought Connor should have at least got a chance anyway.
Because the last game we were behind. We had 10 men. We brought Lansbury and Connor on, and we looked a bit more dangerous. Tonight we need to win this game. They've had 10 men for a long time. The subs just strange. Yeah,
and luckily the red card come at the right time because West Ham were on top. Lucky enough they can't shoot.
To be honest, we looked like we had 10 men.
Yeah.
I was watching the game thinking, well, where's our extra player? And they played better once they went down to 10. Started to cut us open. It was very strange. It was very strange.
I mean, I think the phrase I'd use to describe that is infuriatingly frustrating. I mean, although we started pretty well in the first 15 minutes. I mean, Wesley, Grealish, McGinn, El Ghazi, I thought were linking up pretty well, making a couple of chances, but then after that it just got worse and worse.
Just wasn't there, was it?
I know that front three of Yarmolenko, Anderson, Lanzini, they ran the show. I mean, they were so winning little fouls, just the crowd turned on, just the crowd getting frustrated, the players getting frustrated, and then as the second half rolled on, they looked more and more like they were going to score.
We were so good at that first half, and we've had so many chances. We haven't taken them. Same Villa. We haven't taken our chances. We got about 46 shots on target. We hit like 3 at the keeper. We can't do anything with the ball.
There's no urgency there. Like, I thought they were there for the taking when the red card came, and it just didn't happen. There's no. You just thought they've got another gear to go into, and it just wasn't there. And I think West Ham knew that, but I don't know what you can do. They seemed more concerned about being caught on the break than going for the win.
There just seems to be an absolute epidemic across anyone that gets out wide can't beat the first man with a cross, and it's just so infuriating. To me, I don't know who's going to do it. I'm not a football manager, and it's above my pay grade. But we've got to find a way to get Conor Hourihane in that team, because goals, set pieces, delivery. He's got his knockers, he's got his critics, but you can't argue with his record. No. And for me, we have to find a way to get him in the team.
I think they look like they had their team and we had 10 men, and it was just like,
it was weird.
And some of Grealish's passes, to be quite honest, was awful today. Awful. I thought he made some really wrong decisions, and it's going to cost us points. And if we want to stay up, I watched the Norwich game on Saturday, and they're the teams that I thought we'd get guaranteed points, and they were absolutely phenomenal. And we ain't got that in us. We've got a good team and we're brilliant, but we need that zap, we need that zing. Don't know what it is that's missing, but we just need that something. But she enjoyed it.
You enjoyed it?
At the end of the day.
Yeah. Didn't know you season ticket holder first game?
Yeah.
First game tonight.
Yeah.
Who do you think was man of the match for Villa?
Mings.
Mings, yeah, had a good game, didn't they?
Yeah.
This is fantastic.
Yeah. Give us a big up the Villa for the camera.
Up the Villa.
Disappointing. I presume you're disappointed.
Yeah, when you're down to 10, when they were down to 10 men for so long, you think, oh yeah, here we go, something might happen. And it was just a bit strange today. It seems like the performance levels have continued from Palace, because we were nowhere near good enough for Palace, and it seems like it's continued into today. We just didn't offer anything.
And it's just like every substitute's like for like. I know like Almo come on, moved around, but the system was still the same. He just like switched him forward and dropped. I can't remember who come off now, but it seemed the same. You know, and nothing changed. And even the sending off didn't seem like the game had changed. It was more like now we're worried about being caught on the break. No real let's go for this, lads. We're just relying on people that are unproven, and you know it is slightly concerning.
Just bringing the little man his first trip to Villa Park. How was your first experience of Villa Park, mate?
I think Villa should have won.
I do too, pal. I wouldn't get used to that though if you come in down here.
It's hard to see what the future holds at the moment. That's my worry.
Two games without a goal now.
Yeah, exactly. The big man for 22 million doesn't yet look like the man that's going to bag 20 goals a season.
Wesley's got all that height, and we're trying to play the ball through the middle and trying to dribble the ball into the 6-yard area. Get someone on that can whip a couple of balls in, because we've got them, but they're all sat on the bench.
Thank Lord we've got Trezeguet back for next week, because El Ghazi has had the worst performance in that Villa shirt.
You think he was bad?
Very bad.
What did you make in the Camber? His first game. I thought he did okay.
Very good at just the sloppy passes that like we keep doing. Jack he's getting too deep, needs to attack more.
We've got to bring someone in, someone in the ilk of probably Dean Smith sort of style. I wouldn't go for an older Premier League player, because he probably hasn't got the legs anymore. I'd definitely go with someone like Morpay. I know he's obviously signed for whoever, someone like that personally.
But I mean, the thing is, in the midfield, I was looking at midfield, Nakamba, he had a really weird performance. In the first half, he was spraying the ball decently enough. Second half, he could tackle well. In the amount of tackles he made, brilliant. But then what was he doing with the ball? Booting it straight out for a throw, or just giving it away. It was frustrated the hell out of me. In the fullbacks, I don't know how you're getting done against 10 men constantly 5, 6, 7 times down that right flank. I thought he came into it in the end, but he got done quite a lot.
It's a 0-0 on a Monday night. Yeah, we're all not going to be happy, but we take a point. That's it. We're out of the bottom 3. You got to take the positives.
I think this idea that we have to play with wingers is a bit of a false one. Not many of those certainly the top Premier League teams are playing with wingers. They're playing with a much narrower central 3 that kind of interchange, and that might suit Grealish.
But he said in the week he don't want to play there, didn't he?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I have to say.
I thought.
Yeah, I think actually there are better players than Jack Grealish that have been asked to play for other teams out of position, Wayne Rooney and people like that. You just got to go and do what's necessary for the team. At the moment, he's playing in his number 8. I thought he did all right today. I think he was really having a go.
This is when we need Connor now, because we know he's attack mind. He's going to run into the box. He's going to make those runs. And I know, Dan, you made, I won't say made excuses for Wesley, but you said he hasn't really had service and stuff, but he just doesn't look like he's got it to me, to be honest with you.
I didn't think he looked like he was on it today at all.
Nah, his first touch is a bit heavy at times as well. He's strong, he holds the ball up well, but his first touch at times is really heavy, which is worrying in the Premier League, because you're just going to get the ball's going to get nicked off you every single time.
Well, both games I've seen him, Everton and today, the start of the game he looks lively. He doesn't get the ball, he makes runs, doesn't get the balls he wants, and then he sort of drops off and his attitude sort of changes. Sometimes we can go too short at the start of play. I know we want to keep possession, but we looked good the couple of times that we went long from Heaton. He can hold it up and people can come off him, so maybe we need to go a bit longer every now and again and mix it up.
But you look at the guy West Ham have got up front, Haller, who's impressed the last few games, 40-odd million quid. Was he that much better? No.
That's a fair comparison.
No, and to be honest, West Ham as a whole, even when they got 11 men on the pitch, I don't think there was a lot between the two teams. And we've come here tonight thinking, oh, West Ham, they're a decent side, we might struggle here, blah blah blah. There's nothing in between those two teams, nothing apart from probably were just lacking that little bit of quality.
You can probably get the sense here that I'm quite disappointed by that, and I am. So Tom and myself will talk about that tomorrow on my birthday. Let us know if you agree with what was said of fan cams. We always like to hear your opinion in the comments. Let us know if you agreed with the guys that's braved the conditions, because it is quite cold tonight, and came on for fan cams. If you have enjoyed this video, make sure you're giving it a like, and if you're not subscribed to the Villa View already with your post notifications on, then if you could do that, that would be absolutely splendid. Let's go back to London, up the Villa. If you enjoyed that video, why not watch another? Click the video choices on screen now to go and watch them in full. Be sure to subscribe to the channel by clicking our logo there on the left. Easy peasy.